Microsoft Sentinel is a cloud-native SIEM that Microsoft introduced nearly 3 years ago. It's a SaaS-based type of technology, which means that a customer can benefit from it relatively quickly. They don't need to worry about deploying any underpinning infrastructure in terms of servers or any kind of hosts or any sort of traditional type of SIEM deployment, right? So
my summary of Microsoft Sentinel is, it's Microsoft's cloud SIEM tool. It's cloud native. It's built within the Azure data centers. So we've got all the bells and whistles like the scalability, flexibility, and all of that good stuff. As a SIEM tool, it's good. It's constantly improving. But the one challenge that I always see and always get to speak about with customers is it still needs people and processes for it to be operated and value to be gained out of that.
While Microsoft has done a great job in introducing SaaS cloud-native SIEM, but it's still got its challenges around how it can be maintained, right? SIEM is a very high maintenance tooling. I worked in a SIEM vendor for 7 years prior to joining SecurityHQ, and I have witnessed myself the struggle of different customers to see the benefits out of having the SIEM. So it doesn't really matter having the best SIEM in the world. You do still need to have the proper expertise around it in terms of 24/7 administration, building a proper content in terms of parsers, building custom parsers, fine-tuning the parsing process, trying to eliminate false positives by building proper enrichment in terms of data enrichment, business data enrichment, threat enrichment, and building constantly having the ability to build new custom threat detection use cases, because simply threats keep on evolving, and so our defense mechanisms, they need to cope up with that type of evolution, and increase of complexity.
You can have the best SIEM tool in the world. Without the people behind it, without the SOPs, the processes behind it, you're just never going to get that value. And you know what? This is nothing new. We know this in loads of different areas of IT. Antivirus, EPP, EDR, mail filtration, all of those different areas. It's exactly the same. We can buy a shiny new toy and implement that in, but until that we've actually done that groundwork and we've got analysts looking, in front of that screen 24/7, we're just simply not going to get the value. And I think that for me has always been the, one of the major highlights of managed services is I don't have to employ in all these people. I don't have to, rethink the wheel in terms of recreating all of these processes that someone has already done. I can just, consume that. In effect, we're buying a result, right? And that result is the instant capability and instant response for any security incidents that come across.
Threat detection use case will be the main factor that will dictate exactly what type of security events we will need to ingest out of any customer environment into their Microsoft Sentinel. And that basically gives us a very constructive approach and a clear approach on what type of data ingestion we need to get out of any customer environment, which eventually will contribute towards a far more optimized data ingestion costs, and obviously giving more clearance and clarity in terms of how this cost would look like over the next one period and so on. Right?
The main thing here is Bytes and SecurityHQ. We work very closely together, and we work very closely with our clients to actually understand and define this as part of the managed service. It is not just taking a product off the shelf and handing it over. We're taking that box off the shelf, we're opening it up, we're tinkering around with it, we're making sure that everything is there where it needs to be, when we deliver this to our customers.
And what you have just said, Gennaro, that's what actually enables us to deliver a highly bespoke service that would be very, very well wrapped around each and every customer requirements.